but now we have too many pedestrian cars still moving through that area. We are asking people to stay out of those areas, to just park your cars, stay at home, but stop traveling through those areas. This is really important to us. And so that's my biggest appeal, and that's what I'm asking the media. Y'all can really help us with that. That would be a big deal.
Do you have any idea of how many people have been displaced from their homes? Have you got any kind of account yet?
No, don't. We don't have. I don't have an exact number on that. What we do know is that this impacted from one end of the city to the next. It came all the way through the city, and devastation from west all the way to the east side of the city. We have not been able to identify the exact number of units and people displaced, but what we are seeing is more people now beginning to use the assisted housing that we have at Selma High, and I think that's because they went originally to hotels, and now that those resources are running out, they're now moving to the shelter. I want to remind people that if you are talking to people who are contractors, make sure they have a city permit, city license to do business here. Make sure they're bonded and insured. If they're not, they knock on your door and say they're gonna do it. Don't do it. You need to wait and then make sure that they have the proper credentials. Because if they don't have a city license, that means they probably may not be credible. And you give them your money, you may not get it back. So don't do that. Just wait and get things. Let's make sure we get this done properly. Okay?
There's a lot of people, who don't have homes today, and I know you have to go through the process with FEMA unless they can speak to us about that. But what do they do in the meantime?
Well, what I'm finding out, what I'm being reminded of is the resilience of our folks and the love and the care that neighbors have for each other in this community. Churches are stepping forward. People are moving in with family members. We really don't have a lot of people who would be actually don't have shelter over their heads. People actually have places to stay. I've not noticed or heard of anyone who didn't have a place to stay at this point, and I think that's really important.
That's my question.
Yes.
I'm just wondering about
How about
that.
debris removal? The streets are packed with tree, debris, houses, things of that nature. When will that process begin to be able to clear the streets?
We got our streets pretty much cleared. So access up and down the streets is pretty much cleared. What we have been doing is piling the debris along the sides of the road. That's going to take a contract issue with a mega company to come in and begin that process.
Has there been any discussions with any of those companies?
We're having discussions with a lot of them. They've been in town since the beginning, but we are not. This is not a negotiated contract. This is something that will be bid and let. There are three processes. I won't go into the details of that on how we can engage those companies. The city of Selma will have to pick one and run with it.
What do you see as the time frame of that process coming to conclusion?
Get more Selma news at selmasun.com and follow us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.